Hey guys, this is Bottleabash with another gameplay. So this time we're in the Lorr.40t Tier 9 French medium tank. We got a very good match here on Erlenberg. As you can see, there's only 5 Tier 9s on my side and 6 on theirs. So I'm going to go ahead and run over the 8-9 line, as I feel that the 2-3 line is not as it will place for this tank. So this is a little bit of a longer replay as it goes right to the end. So I'm going to go ahead and speed it up, at certain points in this gameplay, just so that we don't have to sit here for the entire time, as I do quite a lot of waiting. So here I'm just going to speed it up to the ×2 until we get some action. So I'm seeing if I get shots on any of the things that are being spotted. So the IS-3A is the only one in my render, so I look at it, I bounce one, and I take one blind at where I thought he would be. I don't think that really anything came of that, and the 1390 doesn't respot him. So I go ahead and reclip and move up. So back down to ×1, still reloading. Got about at this point 15 to 10 seconds left on my reload. But they don't really know that, so I'm concerned about those two autoloaders, the Tier 8 and the Tier 9 American respectively, coming after me. So I just get loaded and I aim in at the M103. So I put one into him, two into him. I go to kill, but unfortunately he starts moving and I misjudge the shell travel time, which cost me that kill. Sadly. So I take one more, hoping to catch an opening in the building there, but I don't. So I've only got 2 left in the container. Sorry, in the clip. Look for shots on the IS-3A, but unfortunately it doesn't happen. So I reload, and then realize, oh crap, I should have run before reloading in this particular situation. Don't quite get out as fast as I would want to. I'm just thinking about, do I get out? Do I stay? At this point I decide, okay, there's a lot of stuff over here, a considerable amount of firepower. I could die before I even get my clip out, so I decide to run away. And unfortunately I'm going to eat a shell right here coming up from the T-34, but, that's just kind of the way that things go. So I decided to switch flanks here, as I don't think that the 8-9 line is going to be very profitable for me to stay there any longer. And I feel that there are too many high HP but fewer tanks on this side of the map where I can get them 1v1 and clip them. So the IS-3 takes 300 HP, from the T-49. Another 200 from something else. I assume the T-43 or another medium. I eat a shot from the T-54, get behind the building, and 1, 2, and 3rd into this IS-3A, just, in time to kill him before the T-49 takes that shot. So, do I stay or do I go is the question right now. I decide to poke out, see what I can see with my 3 shells remaining. So I put one shot into that IS-3 who's pushing across, look for the second one, but unfortunately he gets across before I am able to do so. So I got 2 in the chamber, so I decide to reload, and now it's just a matter of waiting until I'm loaded, and then I can flank things up in the castle. So here I take the long way because I'm not loaded yet. As soon as I'm loaded, I had the intention of killing the T-30, but the T-54 shows up. So I put a shot into him. He misses a shell. I'm loaded. Try to come around the corner on him. Bounce off of his upper plate. Puts one into me, ammo racking me. I put one into him. I hesitate a little bit here. Reload my ammo rack. But unfortunately that allows him to reload, so when I come around here, he has another shot at me. He unfortunately for him misses, and I kill him. So I got 2 shells left, but the T-30 had killed his opponents that he was dueling with at the time, so I keep going around the other way. However, you know, I decided to juke him as soon as I was unspotted and go the other way. So the T-30 here is caught unaware when I come around the corner, and his turret is facing the wrong way. So I put one in, and then prepare the other shot and smack it in there. So I got another 30 seconds here until I'm, well, almost 40 seconds here until I'm loaded, and I decide to come help this Leopard, and the Bat Chat is there, the only two remaining, you know, members of my team close to me, you know, but I see that they're retreating, so I turn away, and, you know, with the intention of going helping this T-49, but I'm going to be torn in between defending the base that is now being capped and, you know, screening for the T-49 who is capping the enemy base. So the Leopard manages to take out the T-69 that was rushing, but however there's still, you know, an enemy on the base somewhere. So I decide to, you know, hang out until they apprehend and or deal with the person, and then, you know, I decide, wait a second, there's an artillery and, you know, a tier 9 medium here. I'm sure they can handle whatever it may be over there. So I make my way over to the T-49 to try to get some shots in on whatever it is he's fighting. So a full health T-34 and Rheinmetall Borsig show up here. You know, I really wanted to be able to clip one of them out. Unfortunately, you know, it just didn't happen as they're long range. So I'm aiming for the two there, don't get any shots, aim for the T-34. It says that I get a penetration there. I don't actually get the damage on my damage counter, and I don't see it. However, unfortunately, the T-49 dies, so I decide that instead of engaging two full HP tier 8s and a tier 9 autoloader, I would be best served getting out of that situation and going the other way with my allies. So the Leopard prototype had pushed past where you know, there was an enemy on our base earlier and run into the 5916. You know, and unfortunately the arty shoots and misses, and the Leopard does not pursue quite fast enough to kill the tier 6 light tank. So the 5916 gets spotted again, and just as that happens, the T-54E1 tier 9 American autoloader drowns. I assume that happened up at the bridge here. That would be my assumption. That's really too bad for them. He was a very dangerous tank, you know, and a decent player in this matchup, and you know, he would have been very dangerous for us, and probably could have been able to change the outcome of the battle. But you know, unfortunately for him and fortunately for us, he managed to drown himself. Whether or not that was you know, him falling to the deeds of Derpenberg, or just, you know, something more malicious happened, I don't know. So the Leopard prototype just killed the 1390 tier 8 light tank on the enemy team, and now we're just kind of dancing around trying to outspot them, as we don't want to eat a shot from anything. The Rheinmetall Borsig can one-shot both myself and the artillery. The T-34, you know, could potentially one-shot me, but he would have to roll very, very high, and I don't see that happening. The Leopard is pretty much safe from being one-shotted by any of those tanks, you know, unless the Rheinmetall is using the big gun, which I don't recall him doing. So right now we're just kind of worried about, you know, if we get spotted, we're going to eat most of our HP, you know, see most of our HP go bye-bye, so we want to be spotting them, we don't want to get spotted. So we're just playing extremely defensive here, which is why I have the game on ×2, as this is going to last a few minutes. So I see the artillery relocating, and I decide I better mirror him just in case he runs into something. That way I can, you know, hopefully keep him alive. So he makes it to where he wanted to go safely, and the light tank is spotted on the other side of the map, so I decide relocating down there is more likely to be useful. So the artillery sets up, and you know, is now pretty safe. I don't think they would expect him to be there. So the Leopard runs away from the tier 6 light tank, you know, and I decide that I need to spot, you know, him, you know, before he runs away. Unfortunately, that just doesn't happen here, so I'm being very, very passive because I feel like some other stuff is going to be behind him, and you know, it's not the light tank it's not the light tank itself that I'm afraid of, it's his friends. So I'm just dancing around in the bushes here, spot the 5916 again, no shot, unfortunately, and something else gets on the cap. That wasn't the 5916. So here, you know, we're just kind of concerned about what's going on. I put it back down to ×1 here in the replay. Take a shot at 5916, miss. Wait to get unspotted, as I'm pretty sure that I was spotted there. 2 on cap, 30 seconds to go. Rheinmetall Borsig, that's what it is. So I decide, alright, left to right. So aim in on the 5916, kill him, takes the cap down to a full minute. I got 4 shots of 300 damage each. That means that I can potentially, as long as I don't roll extremely low, kill that Borsig. Now here you can see me calling in the requesting fire on him for artillery. Put 1 into him, he aims at me, I back off. He starts moving again, I request fire. You know, he keeps moving, so I just pop out, put another 1 into him. He's still moving, so I pop out, put another 1 into him. Still moving. You know, he's moving there, so I didn't really expect him to be able to hit me, but he didn't even try. So, you know, I just took off the entirety of his HP there without having to, you know, risk a shot in return. So it's a free 1100 damage there. So reloading. However, there's less than, you know, a minute and a half left on the game, just under a minute and 30 seconds here, going down under a minute here really quick, and we still have a T-34 to deal with. So I'm almost loaded. The Leopard prototype looks like he ran into him over in the north while we were dealing with that Borsig at 5916, as he is on extremely low HP now. It is now 1 minute, so you're going to hear that annoying ticking every couple seconds. So we're in contention for a Top Gun here. We've already done 4,000 damage, and you know that's a pretty solid high cal there as well. You know, we want to kill this guy. You know, not just to avoid the draw, but you know, because it'll give us that extra kill. So I angle north, and then the Leopard prototype does 1 shot of damage to him for 230, and then gets killed by the T-34, unfortunately. So I've got just like 25 seconds right now to kill this T-34. And, you know, I think it in my brain, and I said, alright, as long as I don't get ammo wrecked and or hit for more than my HP, I can kill this guy. So that's 2nd into him, 3 into him, he fires and misses, and we kill him. 10 seconds left on the clock as I put that final shell in. So, very, very close game there. Top Gun, you know, 5,000 plus damage, you know, high caliber, all that fun stuff, Defender. So I hope you enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll see you all later.